damn phones, Babylon.
Alright, so I got this recently. This is the MP17 Flux Raider. This is a little grip module for the SIG P320, which is right here. Picked this up mainly because, you know, I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos on it and I was like super interested in it. But they're really hard to find, so it took me a while to find one. And I did have to pay like an extra $100 just to get it, just because these things are going on like Gun Broker for like $1,000. They're worth like $450, $460, somewhere around there. I don't remember really. But yeah, this is pretty nice little package here that you can use with your SIG P320. I am planning on using this as like a bag gun when I'm out in Arizona doing stuff. This is probably going to be the perfect little bag gun to carry. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to set mine up, because I do have plans for this. Not necessarily to use with a regular flashlight like this. I'm going to throw this X400 Vampire here because it does have an IR laser. And I am going to use it with my PBS14 and see how that works out. Alright, so the way I'm going to set mine up is going to be using this Surefire X400 because of the IR laser. I know you can go with a cheaper light like this TLR 8 and it'll work just fine. Throw it on right there, tighten it up. And it works pretty good. I mean, this is a smaller package, but I really just want to use the IR laser in this. I probably won't even use the white light. So that's why I'm using this one. Again, you can throw the, what is this? The 300 Vampire. This has IR and white light. No IR laser though. Or you could throw on the regular X300 Ultra and it'll work just fine too. This looks pretty dope, especially when I throw this light on. It's gonna look really nice, but I really, again, just want that IR laser on mine, so I'm gonna throw this one on. Now this one does require you to use that thumb screw, which I really hate, but I mean, it kind of is what it is. I wish I had this type of rail. This is my favorite type of rail for the Surefire lights, but no big deal. Just throw that one on. Alright, so now I'm going to throw on this American Defense QD rail here. This should be it right here. That's the way it goes. And then up here, I'm going to throw the SRO. Obviously, it requires me to put 2 screws on it, which I'll do in a little bit, but it's pretty much going to look like this. Now, with your D-balls, or I'm hoping to shoot this with my PBS14 using the IR laser once I sight it in. I am planning on going to Arizona in like 1 to 2 weeks to visit family. So that's probably when I'm going to take advantage of zeroing this setup and leaving it as is. So really curious to see how it holds zero if I'm throwing this slide in and out, because obviously I travel and stuff a lot, so I don't know how, you know, it's going to hold zero if I'm throwing the slide and the fire control unit in and out of here to throw back on my regular P320. So we'll see about that, but I guess this is going to be the finished product here. Should be really fun to shoot. I mean, this thing is super tiny, so really curious how it's going to work out. It has a pistol brace there that you can use with your forearm. Not sure how well you can see that, but that's pretty much how you would use it. And then to stow it away, just kind of smack it in the back, because this spring here is super, super tight. You can take it off and then just manually open it. Like, you just got to hold this thing down and pull out. But I think I just rather use a spring. I'd rather it be spring loaded. But it is harder to put away, so there it is. I guess once I throw this on, it should look a lot nicer. Actually, let me do that. Let me do that right now. All right, so this is the finished product. This is as much as I'm gonna do to it. I'm not gonna throw the fire control unit on. For obvious reasons. I just don't want to deal with all the questions and stuff. But with the slide on, since there's no fire control unit and these are just technically still accessories, right? This is how it's gonna look, which is super dope. Using the IR laser is probably gonna be my favorite thing to do. So I'm really looking forward to getting this zeroed. First SRO and then this IR laser using those T-Rex arms targets, which should be pretty easy. I've used them before, and they're pretty handy to use when you're shooting. So there it is. This is pretty dope. I'm lucky that mine didn't come with suppressor sights, because that would have kind of made things a little bit difficult to put this on that. But they're standard night sights, so should work just fine.